Thank you for staying with us. Expectedly, the attack on the residential quarters of the Nigerian Defense Academy, NDA, Kaduna, is eliciting various reactions. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, described the attack as more of criminal activities associated with the normal banditry action. General Irabo, who spoke at the Chief of Defense Staff interactive session with retired senior military officers in the Northeast, sought the cooperation and assistance in tackling insecurity. Let's share the story with you.
The military is thinking inward to end security challenges confronting the nation. The challenges range from banditry, kidnapping, and insurgency. This security meeting at the 23 Armored Brigade Yola is called at the instance of Chief of Defense Staff with retired military officers. It is coming at a time the Nigeria Defense Academy was attacked by bandits, leaving 2 officers killed and others injured, while the fate of an officer that was abducted is yet to be ascertained. It is an incident that has sent shockwaves through the country. General Irabo is meeting with these retired military officers to tap from their experiences in overcoming the myriads of security challenges confronting the nation. The Chief of Defense Staff describes them as men of honor and unquestionable integrity who have given their best in service to their fatherland.
Here, looking up to you to speak to us very frankly on issues that we believe that we have not actually viewed in the manner that your perspective will manifest. Actions that we've taken that may not have the right.
He acknowledges concerns over the attack on the Nigeria Defense Academy, but assures that the excesses of the bandits will soon be brought to an end. He urges Nigerians not to lose confidence in the military.
In Kaduna, it's yes, of course, been undertaken by bandits, but of course, it's more of an armed robber coming to your house. The infiltration didn't come by virtue of the normal banditry action, but these are things we're already looking at, and in due course, you get the details. But suffice to say that, of course, any form of insecurity is a cause for worry for anyone, and that's why for us, we'll be more determined that this madness must be brought to an end very speedily.
The brigade commander of 23 Armored Brigade Yola, Brigadier General Aminu Garba, who represented the GOC 3 Division Jos, Major General A.I. Sani, believes this interaction was apt and timely. He noted that the Army will surely benefit from the wealth of experience of the retired officers in addressing the raging insecurity in the region.
I must commend the A-team and, of course, the Defense Headquarters for this laudable initiative of tapping from the wealth of experience of the retired military officers.
Some retired military officers shared their views on the meeting.
Here to discuss on the effect of small arms that are being proliferated in the zone.
The intervention and experiences of retired officers like this will inject fresh ideas into the fight against Boko Haram insurgency in the region.
Babajide, what started like the story is getting bigger than we envisaged that this is going to be a big story. Yesterday we talked on it, and Nigerians are still reacting to the audacious attack on that Nigerian Defense Academy quarters, and it's like a big slap on the face of the Nigerian military.
It's a big slap on Nigeria as a country, not just the military, because for any self-respecting Nigeria, this is not the kind of news that we want to read about. We want to be able to say, look, our armed forces are capable of protecting us and protecting us competently, but if they can't even protect themselves, then people will start wondering whether they can protect them. I mean, this is not about emotions. It's about saying the truth. It's about being concerned for our nation. How much longer are we going to continue to take the nonsense that the bandits are doing? How much longer? Bandits now think that, look, it gives them joy to kidnap soldiers. It's not the first time that soldiers will be kidnapped. That one, they've kidnapped soldiers many times. In Adamawa State, they kidnapped a DPO now. So it's not that, look, it's strange. But to go outside of the Northeast, the only place where it is on record that an army barrack was sacked was in Niger State. But in the Northwest, we've not heard that an army barracks, a military formation like the NDA will be breached by bandits. Yes, bandits will sometimes attack soldiers on their way to a location. They've done that even in the Breningwari area. They've killed soldiers, killed soldiers in their sleep. But to go and to enter a military facility in a town or in a state where we have so many military formations, it makes you ask yourself that, okay, at the end of the day, we have all of those military formations. Is it that they cannot even protect people? They can't protect themselves? That's the question. Because the day that bandits attacked Maraban Jos is the last town just before you enter Kaduna. The old toll gate of Kaduna is just after Maraban Jos. If you are familiar with Kaduna, I know you've gone there before, but I don't know how long you stayed there. I remember one time when you went there. Without planning it, you went there. Now, but I said it means they are coming closer. But I'm sure, as usual, many people will say, Jide has come with his trouble again. This is what he likes saying. He doesn't like the army. Absolute rubbish. But I don't know how they came to the conclusion that he doesn't like the army. Where some of my best friends are in the army, and I go to see them from time to time. So, but the point is, I knew they were getting close. That this is what we have seen. We should have learned that if these guys would ignore the fact that there is an Air Force base in the Kao/Mando area, there is one div, and they still went ahead to kidnap those forestry students.
Afaka.
Yes, because those boys, those children, those students, their school is adjacent NDA. Before our eyes, they took them away. So, and the airport too, they've been attacking the airport quarters and all that. They are all in the same location. If they can get away with that, it should have been a warning to us that there are bandits lurking around that area and we should have protected the NDA. There's no excuse for this for this kind of occurrence. Elsewhere, by heads will be rolling.
Honestly.
But our president is not one who allows heads to roll. People will do things that they don't deserve to keep their jobs. He will leave them there. He will leave them there.
Nigerians are waiting to hear from him on this.
Of course, the president has said hot our resolve to defeat banditry. That is the statement. For me, I'm not even interested in what he says. It is what he does. It is what I see the people that he has appointed do that matters more to me. Rhetorics amount to nothing. Let people see that, look, you've taken concrete steps. Now the chief of defense staff is going around trying to get the support of retired soldiers. A lot of them were retired even when they still had a lot to offer their nation. So, and they still have what it takes. So it's a good thing that is going to seek their support. And interestingly, he met some of the people that were with him when he was theater commander of Operation Lafia Dole at the meeting. Because some of these people, look at, because when you bring in a new chief of army staff, for example, and you say, oh, cost 36, cost this thing, all of you go to the army resettlement center, so that Nigerians would not know that there's an attempt at mass what do they call it, mass retirement. Go to the army resettlement center, this and that. From there, they will be eased out
quietly.
Yes, we have young people who still have a lot to offer their nation. So Irabor needs to continue to use such people. They can offer valuable advice. They are still useful.
After investing. Now, today, when you look at the attack and the way they took one other soldier, we don't know the fate. Earlier, it was rumored today that it's no more.
It's no more, yeah.
But
it was
as at now,
there's no official.
We can't say or confirm officially.
Even his family have not confirmed.
When somebody was even telling me that they were asking for 200 million, I said, what effrontery?
Well, we have to admit, I have to salute the courage of the Chief of Defense Staff for admitting that such a thing would not have happened without inside collaboration. He admitted it is unusual for a Nigerian general to admit that. Having said that, I also like to say that it's unfortunate that this is the very first time in the history of Nigeria where a general is the president or head of state that we are facing this kind of security problem in this country. It has never happened since 1960. And it is unfortunate that it is happening without a whimper of action on the side of the presidency or those people, somebody who is supposed to have, the way he ran out Masasine out of Kano in 1980. You cannot compare that now. He has a lot of things on his hand. He has everything that he can use. They have bought. You see, I have always been telling people that it's not a question of money that you bought that matter. It is the willingness, either the political willingness or willingness of the leadership to actually fight this problem. It shows that the Nigerian army is thoroughly compromised. It is compromised that if you can go to the NDA and spend, even if it is 15 minutes that is spent in NDA, it is an indication that the Nigerian military is seriously ailing and that necessary steps has to be taken. Yeah, it was good that the man said he has requested for the help of the retired generals. But what they are going to say does not matter much if they are going to translate their advice. Because like General Bassano said, that advice is a thankless job. Are they going to use their advice? Because I believe sincerely that no living Nigerian general will be happy about what is happening in Nigeria today. It appears those people actually ridiculed the Nigerian army or the Nigerian armed forces. And I think at this point in time, I used to say that if the river is carrying big trees, the smaller trees should beware because it will even uproot them. So I think time has come for us, for the leadership of Nigeria, for the presidency, for the leadership of armed forces to do something drastic, not issuing statement or making declaration. This is a time for decisive action to stop this thing.
Julius, some people will argue that the response of the government so far has been kind of laid back and docile, because some people will even tell you that look at the young children that they've kidnapped, and some of them, they are dying in detention under these guys. The unfavorable atmosphere in which they've been abducted and the kind of, how do they feed them? Bandits, that the only thing they feed on may be drugs or anything. These children, and they've been there for several weeks and nobody is still talking about them. They're like having a free reign.
I just want to say something quickly. President Buhari was not the one who ran Masasine out of Kano. He was not in charge. He was not the GOC. He was not the commander. He was the GOC 3rd Division in Jos, which was not, Kano was not under his purview. The officer who led the operation to defeat Masasine was IBB's former defense chief. That's no, the intelligence chief, the one who spoke recently, the Kano man, under the command of Y.Y. Kure.
General Y.Y. Kure.
General Y.Y. Kure was the General Y.Y. Kure was the brigade commander in Kano. And at that time, Aliru Akilu was the officer who led the operation to defeat Maitasine. It's part of what people say that we historians are sometimes bothered about. President Buhari never ran Maitasine out of town. It was Y.Y. Kure, who was the brigade commander in Kano, and Colonel Halilu Akilu led the operation, and he killed Maitasine at that time. 1980 was the day that it happened, and was the year in which it happened. So, but talking about these bandits, I also read the story that about 6 of those children who were kidnapped in Tegina are now dead. It's unfortunate that government has abdicated this responsibility. Yes, it's a good decision to say you are not going to pay bandits anymore. In any case, you are the ones who tempted them with money when you are paying huge sums. By doing that, you made banditry a lot more lucrative to these people. Now, they began to target school children because they know that whenever they pick out school children, it will draw the necessary publicity and all that, and government's attention will be drawn to them. Government now saw that we can't continue paying this ransom.
It should not be a
but
business.
Now they've left everything to parents. Parents are selling their houses in the bid to get their children released from bondage. You saw the Greenfield University.
Students, yes.
Yes, they paid more than 100 million to bandits. The Bethel Baptist parents of the Bethel Baptist students who are also being held by bandits, they are paying, and the bandits are releasing them piecemeal. Today they release 10. Tomorrow they will release 15. They are doing what they like. They are doing what they like.
They are using telephone to make contact.
Yes.
Look,
there is a person, and I've been warning that, look, the Buhari area, law school, the university in Abuja, the university, there is no protection. I've been saying it. Somebody was kidnapped in that area. And you know what? The bandits not only collected 5 million ransom, they also forced him to buy recharge card. He had to buy a recharge card of about 20,000 for them. So it means they are using our telephone system. So it's not, see, now they are communicating. We can't block their lines. We can't stop them from using the phones to try to get ransom. Apart from that, they also told them told the guy to bring a carton of milk, a carton of malt, and a crate of beer, Hero beer. Specifically, was the beer that they said they should bring. So bandits will sit in their bush drinking beer while people are agonizing, people are dying. As if they are a government or I won't be surprised if a bandit behaves like Louis XVI.
Yes.
Who said, let's start some more, I am the state.
Yes, some people are even now saying that if these people decide to come together and start taking territories like the Taliban, one by one, if they come together,
they have the capacity.
Or the Janjaweed in Sudan.
I don't understand. Start overrunning, because what they've shown capacity. No. They've shown everything now.
Ayo, in Zamfara as we speak, bandits are occupying some villages after chasing people away. That they've turned the villages to their own. They are occupying villages now. So it's looking more like what Boko Haram used to do. Boko Haram will take over a community, stay there. Bandits too are taking over villages in Zamfara state.
The same thing the governor of Katsina state is saying, that 10 local governments out of its own local government
are constantly
under siege.
We are powerless, as if we are powerless to deal with these people. And we know where they are. I don't know how the giant of Africa will the bandits will now become the scourge. of the giant of Africa.
Yes.
Some scoundrels, some dirty scoundrels, have now become the scourge of a great nation.
Judy, I saw one particular video now, all of them with automatic weapons and everything. These young guys, 16, 17, 18, 20 maximum.
Yes.
And they were all doing show of force and they were all brandishing whatever they had.
Recruiting people. They are recruiting people.
Small boys.
The kind of money at their disposal, they can buy some of the best automatic weapons that are not even available to the army. They can buy. That's why they are confident. Have you not seen where a bandit was boasting that, look, I don't fear your army. It's only God that I fear. I would not have come to attend this peace meeting. That have you not tried for so long to kill me? A bandit. And the police commissioner was seated there representing the IG. And he was boasting in Hausa. He said, if not because of God, because he knows he will die one day, I would not have attended this peace meeting and there's nothing you can do to me. He was boasting.
I have Charles. Charles is calling us from Lagos. Thank you for joining us, Charles.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Charles.
A question one will ask, do we still have, so is a charge in Nigeria?
Sorry?
These bandits that are moving everywhere, we know where, the military know where they are. Don't you have, what's the role of the satellite to have in Abuja? These people they are not hiding under the cave. They are just inside the bush. And people, we have the drones that can locate the
You are even going too far. We don't need satellite. We know where they are. Without satellite, we know where they are.
Americans moved in here just for a single individual.
Yes, and this
took that guy out and left.
Yes, now. They made they did the operation was so swift.
The question I want to ask, the same military we have in Nigeria, are there not the same people that went to the southeast and were able to fight the so-called unknown gunmen? And despite where they are in all the bushes in the whole of the southeast, why can't they do the same in the north?
Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. You know, a lot of people will allude to so many things because of, you know, the seeming incapacity of
I don't know
the federal government to do something about it. And about on the final notes, these students cannot go to school in the north.
Yes.
Even Kaduna State,
especially hostels.
Till further notice that the school system is like that and everything. Can we continue like this?
Well, obviously we cannot continue like this. I think we are just moving gradually to a people's revolution. It will happen. People say it's not possible. But look, people cannot go to the farm. When they go to the farm, especially in Niger State, they know when they are going to harvest, and they go and kidnap their wives and ask them to bring the money they have made, and they give it to bandits. And bandits or terrorists, or what do they call them? They use it to get better weapons, and they also pay tax to these people. So they have constituted a government in itself. So they are in a government until we realize.
Now.
If bandits collect tax now, I want to go and read the indices for a failed state.
No, they'll tell you,
I want to go and read it again and
tell you,
to understand.
For you to have access to your farm, this is how much you will pay. Sometimes they will write letters to these communities and say, we are coming. If you don't want us to come and deal decisively with you, pay so amount of money. And if you don't pay, we are coming. So the people know what will happen, because they will not just kill people, they will set their houses ablaze. So the people will rather pay them. It is in places like Kebbi that they stood out to them, and they slaughtered many people in one day.
One underlying factor is that there will be breakdown of law and order. So if we are having this kind of breakdown of law and order, we are gradually drifting into a failed state. That's the reality on ground.